How to choose the right stove for backpacking. An educational guide to backpacking for beginners. Let's talk about different types of stoves and how you might choose a stove for your backpacking system. You've got liquid feed stoves, you've got alcohol stoves, you've got canister stoves, and then you've got wood burning stoves that give you a lot of variances, different options to be able to choose how you want to develop your cooking system for out backpacking. All right, guys, so what I've got here is different options that you can consider when it comes to choosing a stove for backpacking. But really, I think the most important things and questions to ask are, what style of cooking do you plan on doing? And how lightweight do you want to be? And how simple do you want to be? So looking at a liquid feed stove like this MSR Whisper Light, this is probably the most complicated of the backpacking stoves. It's also going to be the heaviest weight. So liquid feed, the benefits to a liquid feed, because you've got like white gas inside of this fuel bottle here. This is going to be something that works great in 4-season conditions. It's going to be super reliable. It's also really easy to service in the field, which is a nice benefit. And so if you're doing a little bit more gourmet style cooking, you are using fry pans and that kind of stuff and not just boiling water, and you're in a little bit more extreme conditions, then a liquid feed stove like this is going to be a really good option. The most classic option of stove that people go with is going to be a canister stove that is like the MSR Pocket Rocket, or like this one. This is the Ollie Camp Kinetic. This is the Soto Windmaster. And then this one here is the GSI Pinnacle 4-season, which oddly enough, this also allows 4-season use with a liquid feed where the fuel canister is able to be put upside down because it's on a remote line. So the benefit to a canister stove: convenience. They're really simple to use, they're reliable, and they're fairly inexpensive. So you can get into a stove for as little as $10 if you jump on Amazon. But the real benefit to a canister stove is just that. It's simple, fairly lightweight, but for the most part, they're going to be used strictly for boiling water, really simple meals in the backcountry. Going even more minimalist and simple is looking at an alcohol stove. Now, alcohol is going to be a little bit more temperamental, takes a little bit more patience and testing and like prep work to get used to how it functions, and making sure that the cooking style that you're doing is going to work with the style of stove that you have. It saves a ton of weight, and especially if you're using like a DIY stove like this, they're really inexpensive and you can get fuel pretty much anywhere. Denatured alcohol is the most common, but they save a ton of weight and they're efficient and really simple to use, but they do take some getting used to, a little bit more temperamental. But the big benefit again is that weight savings and just really quick to boil water, and strictly almost always just for boiling water. The last option that I'm representing here is a wood stove, and this is going to be more in the sense of keeping things going back to total traditional, nice and simple. This is the Firebox Nano. The downside to a wood stove is reliability, in that you're not always going to find proper quality materials to be able to burn. And I've experienced this myself, and if you want to argue that with me, you're welcome to. But this has been probably the most difficult stove for me to use in the time that I have been testing with it. But this is another good option. The only downside is if you can't have a fire and having anything like that in the place that you're going, then a wood stove's not going to work for you. So more or less, guys, choosing a backpacking stove is all about your cooking style. What are you trying to accomplish meal-wise in the backcountry, and how much space and weight do you want to save or carry in your backpacking system? Does it work well with your cook pot? So anyway, guys, that is a really quick and dirty overview of how you might choose what stove to take backpacking. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Please smash that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. As always, hope you have an awesome day, and we'll catch you on the next one.